Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Oshkosh World Cup Grand Finals. It all ends today, right here, right now. A new champion in catch for the first time in 10 years. I'm Dolan, and I'll be joined by Snow Leopard and Ash Ketchum for this grand final between the United States and Argentina. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I'm excited for this one. How about you, Ash?
I'm super hyped, man. I don't think I've been this excited for a long time, man. I mean, this is what it all comes down to at the end of the tournament, right? This is what we all wait for, and it's so amazing to see, a seed 7 make it this far. Big shout out to Argentina, and the crazy thing is they have a real fighting chance here against seed 1 United States. This is gonna be a banger of a match, no matter what. I'm super hyped.
Yeah, as you alluded to, Argentina kind of shocking the whole world, Snow Leopard.
Yeah, Argentina hasn't been in the top 3 since 2013, I believe. So this is huge for them even getting here. And like you mentioned, they have a real shot at maybe taking it all. The United States definitely want to take it all themselves. They've been in the podium for, since 2020, I think. But they have never taken home the dub. Always failing out at second place or third place. So it's going to be huge for either team.
Yeah, a lot of history going to be made here in this matchup. Argentina making it all the way to the grand finals, producing the biggest seed disparity in a grand finals matchup in Oz history since we've done seeds in qualifiers, seed 1 versus 7. That's quite the gap, but Argentina have been essentially the talk of the World Cup. They've been the Cinderella story that have time and time again won matchups that people didn't expect them to, aside from the winner's bracket final against the United States. But now they get a chance at revenge as we do see the bans come out. Nomad 2 being banned out by the United States. Double Time 1 banned by Argentina. They will also snipe Nomad 4.
Right, going for the convert pick here against the U.S. I do believe that Argentina has a really solid roster for this Nomad 4 convert here. And also, it is one of the maps in the pool that is sort of less punishing. It has pretty forgiving patterns compared to some of the rest of the maps in the pool, so it makes a lot of sense being the lower seeded team here going up against the US and picking Nomad 4. I'm a fan of this pick from Argentina.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to start it out. Like you mentioned, a little more forgiving, try to ease into it, not get anything too crazy going at the beginning of the match. It's going to be a long one, a lot of points on the board to gain, so I like this pick.
Of course, picking the convert, that is going to instantly bring Rossold in on the side of the United States. But this has been the trio for Argentina that has gotten them all the way to the grand final. Surganza, Velperke, and Story have been essentially the story of the tournament.
Yeah, you could make a documentary just on those 3, to be honest. They've been going so hard.
We're going to be making a lot of puns with the name Story this broadcast, so just be prepared.
Oh man, you see Sekre, Lexi, and Russell on the side of the United States here. No surprises, I presume, man. Yeah, gonna get right into it here.
And Russell hitting us with some interesting characters, but we're just warming up the fingers. Himself, yeah, an interesting character. Yeah, that's a great point. But getting into the grand finals here, it's underway. Opening pick from Argentina as we get some client diff. Now it's officially a grand final. We've had
we gotta sync up.
Yeah,
it's the beginning. I gotta.
It's not CWC without technical difficulties, as we've said since 2018. But now we finally get synced up, and we do see that it is an advantage for the United States. The trades favoring them as, a team miss for the Americans. Now it's only Story with combo, so he'll start to eat away at that advantage.
Yeah, it's going to tick down pretty slowly, though.
Those couple of early misses from Argentina definitely gave the U.S. an early lead here, but some more misses coming in from the U.S. here. Russell with the most recent one here, and slightly going over to Argentina, but that's a double miss from Argentina, and only one miss traded on the side of the United States by Russell here. So actually, lead increasing for the U.S. here.
Yeah, Sekre Lexi fending off Surganza, doing some damage. As the combos now come back up to 200, another miss will come out from Russell, traded by Velperke. Story now at 200, so now the combo advantage is practically even as Sekre goes down. So now Argentina in the driver's seat.
Look at Serganza with 550 combo, man. He's really giving it his all here. Unfortunately, Story and Velper below 200 combo, but approaching it slowly but surely. As Serganza actually finds a drop there, and that's going to be huge for the US.
Yeah, but unfortunate for Argentina, they dropped that score difference down to about 29,000, which is the lowest they've had it in a while. A couple more misses going to come out. Still favoring the US, though, 2-1.
Now, just like that, Sekre Lexi finding their footing once again, and that's some serious damage on the board. 76,000, the difference right now at the break halfway through as we get a little bit of client lag. But as you said, Snow Leopard, Argentina had that gap down. They had it narrowed, and then the double miss came out.
Yeah, they dropped it about 30,000 first time, a little under 30,000 the second time, but it is now up to the highest it's been, just shy of 100,000. About a third of the map left to go. Argentina still have a chance, but they need to start clawing that back.
It really feels like, when Argentina get those opportunities, when the US misses, they really need to hold on their own. As we've seen, they've had their opportunities, but unfortunately found misses in those crucial moments. And with a little left of the map here, Story finding a miss on this sort of easier part is not going to help them at all. And the US's lead keeps growing and growing above 100k now.
Yeah, now it's starting to get into pretty dire straits here for this Argentine roster. 120,000 points, and this is Argentina's opening pick. Not exactly what you want to see if you're an Argentine supporter, as Velper goes down, traded by Sekre and Russell. Could be the start of something, but Argentina will need a complete meltdown from the American side to take this back.
Yeah, they're just running out of time here. Belper's going to go down as well. Could be the end of the story.
It's Lexi cooking up quite nicely there. Will finally go down, but nearly 900,000 points towards the end of the map to secure the opening break point for the United States. And it will be 900,000 out of Lexi.
Yeah,
matched by Serganza. We should add a brilliant performance, kind of really sneakily on that on the blue side there. We didn't pay too much attention because the point was kind of already in the bag, but a 902,000 score to Serganza is quite nice as well.
Yeah, that's very impressive, and honestly, it actually got pretty close towards the end. I think it was like 100,000 point difference, and then towards the end it went down to 60,000. So, maybe if the map was a little bit longer, or so many what ifs, I guess. But at the end of the day, the US took the break points to start off the match, and that's a really good momentum boost for the US.
It's going to be Nomad 3 picked here from the United States to lead off. So Leopard, what do you make of this one?
Well, obviously, this one being the follow-up pick from the United States, they had it picked straight away, so I think they're fairly confident on it. Didn't take any time to think about it. We hardly even got to see the scoreboard before that swapped out. So I think the U.S. are feeling pretty confident on this, but from that last pick, I think Argentina losing that break point, not good, but it wasn't a complete blowout. The U.S. had a lot of misses. It got kind of close a couple times, so I think that is still some decent news for Argentina.
And if we refer back to the previous match these two teams played in the winner's bracket final, it was a very close match. The closest 7-1 I think I've ever seen in the history of my life.
Yeah.
There are many of those maps that were determined by less than 30,000 points. But the factor we're going to have to monitor on the side of Argentina is the fact that it's Serganza, Velper, and Story. It's that trio that's consistently playing. We haven't seen too much of the other players on the side of Argentina, so we'll have to monitor that fatigue as we get into round number 2. Trent checking in for the United States, relieving Sekre.
Yeah, that is one big advantage the U.S. is going to have over Argentina, is that full roster of 6 players that are deadly on their particular mods. See some more misses coming out.
Just to speak a little bit more about that fatigue, it is especially no joke on a grand finals pool. Like, you're going to be exhausted after only 3 maps on a pool like this. Your fingers are going to be begging for help, and having to have only the 3 players on the side of Argentina is a massive disadvantage. But they've been doing it this whole tournament, and they've been doing it well. So if it's any 3 players, it's going to be them. And see some misses here from
that double
Argentina.
Miss. Oh, that team miss not completed from Argentina. Not going to help. Russell now the largest combo. Thankfully, the Americans did trade some of those misses, so it's not quite game over here for Argentina. But For Argentina to have a chance here in this grand final, they're going to need to capitalize on these early points, on any opportunity the United States gives them. And there's a completed team miss now for the United States, but it's traded back.
Yeah, sort of like in the map before. And able to capitalize on the moments when the U.S. misses, which just unfortunately keeps it in the U.S.'s favor. But actual slight advantage for there for Argentina. But again, another miss from Velper K. To bring it back to the U.S. here.
Yeah, Trent is going to trade that miss back. So again, you know, this has been the story of these two teams. You know, that the misses come out, but they just ever so slightly favor the United States, as that double miss is going to come out right before the Ki. Team miss completed now for Argentina, and the United States now building the combos. Trent up to 200.
Yeah, now the lead is significantly increased just because of the, you know, those crucial breaks from Argentina there, and it's above 200,000 point difference here now, and it's sort of starting to look like a blowout on this Nomad 3. Really solid pick from the US here. I mean, that's all that can be said, yeah.
They picked it so quickly, I just had to assume that they knew they had this one in the bag, and it definitely looks like they do. Just shy of that 250k. I think they might hit it here. It's dancing around, it's teasing us. There we are.
That double miss from Argentina. Snow Leopard's prophecy is going to come true, and 250,000 points, 260,000 points even at this point. And Argentina still finding drops on this ending here.
And Lexi is absolutely cooking with this 750 combo.
Yeah, Russell also matching Lexi's score here. And I mean, Story on the side of Argentina basically matching all of the US here. Definitely not a bad score from Story, but I mean, it's like you have 3 stories plus a little more on the side of US, so it's practically impossible to beat that.
Yeah, again, it's just that consistency around 270k. I mean, look at these team scores out of the US. They're all at like 880 or higher, essentially. Lexi with 901,000. And again, it's not even that these Argentine scores are that bad. Velper's struggling a little bit at 699. But I mean, an 827 out of Serganza and an 874 to Story is respectable. But the Americans just really consistent on that. And like you said, Snow Leopard, they had it scouted.
Yeah. That one, they picked it way too quick for it to be close. I'm not surprised on that, but I am curious what Argentina is going to hit back with. We've seen 2 no mods. Looks like it's going to be mixed mod 1. I do like the mod switch up, if I can speak. Let's see what goes down with the mixed mod. And snow mod not going super well for Argentina so far.
Yeah, and for Argentina in this grand final, momentum is going to be key. They're a team that has essentially been able to take advantage of extreme momentum this whole World Cup against major opponents. So going mixed mod to maybe try to get the specialists more locked in.
Argentina, like you said, sort of been dubbed a giant killer title, having taken down C2 and C3 in the winner's bracket. And now, against Seed 1, momentum needs to be on their side if they want to have a fighting chance in this matchup. And Mixed Mod 1 could just be the start of something. They'll have to lock in and do what Argentina does.
A little bit of technical difficulties here. We do see it's going to be Lexi versus Story on Hidden. As anticipated, likely going to be Serganza against a Creeper on Hard Rock, and Trent against Velper K for no mod. Having a little bit of trouble loading Serganza at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully he's connected.
If not, we're definitely going to be getting, an MP aboard.
Okay,
Yep, we lost Serganza on launch there. We'll get him lined up and we'll get him started again. But now we know all the mods are going to line up here. What do you make of it?
I think, I guess a little bit to be expected. We see a similar mixed mod lineup here on the side of Argentina as we've seen, I believe, for the most part. And the US bringing out their hard hitters. Creeper on that Hard Rock.
And of course, the big story is going to be Story versus Lexi on Hidden. 2 of probably, if not 2 of the very best Hidden players in the world right now. when it comes to just generic hidden skill, not even really on the low AR level. These are two names that come up quite often.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do on this.
When you think about hidden players, first thought that comes to mind is probably Lexi and Story, actually. So that's a really good point you make there.
That's what I'm saying. These are probably the first two players that would come to mind in terms of like tournament hidden play right now.
Absolutely. What a great story, huh?
I mean, if we're talking low AR, then obviously you think of the one and only Zach and maybe Minium.
Oh yeah, the great duo themselves, Zach and
Yeah.
I think you guys are sleeping on Bob. That's what I'm thinking of. And got the low AR hidden.
Bob is quite nice as well, but it's pretty even here to start this mixed Bob 1-off. Just one miss apiece has been traded here. Velper K on the Nomad finding a miss. The Creeper on the Hard Rock, as well as Trent. So Argentina actually going to be taking that lead back, but Sarganza and Trent are going to trade. Oh, but now Argentina will complete a team miss, and Lexi holds on. Lexi is cooking through the hyper chains. Will not be denied. And actually,
Finally will fall. He immediately is denied.
That has to go down as one of the best timing curses I've ever seen in casual Cup history.
That's probably the best time curse of all time, I'm not going to lie. But either way, that actually did put quite a margin on the scoreboard. The fact that Lexi was just able to hold on that long through the hyper chains. 30,000 points now.
Yeah,
we'll trade with Story.
On Alexi.
I mean, the Creeper cannot be understated as well what he's doing right now. 535,000. I think he's the highest score in the lobby right now on Hard Rock. Does find a misses, of course, as I say that. I think that was just meant to be. But the Creeper and Lexi really going crazy on this. Sarganza doing well in the Hard Rock too for Argentina. I mean, actually, yeah, it's going back to Argentina here with some misses from the US.
And now it's Story finding form. Wait a minute.
Getting really close. Argentina, they have that combo advantage ever so slightly. Don't know if it's enough to flip it.
Oh man, it's going to be very, very close to these combos kind of equalize here. Argentina has the slight combo advantage, so it's going to get very close if nobody misses or trades anything back. And we have a quarter of the map left. Don't blink. Story into Creeper trade. It's still going to be close because of that. Everybody else 200 or above. Lexi and Sarganza.
Trade.
Another trade. But like 200 combos here from the US. The Creeper trade missing will change that though, and it's going over to Argentina here.
Trent Velper K goes down along with Trent.
Oh
My goodness!
Wait.
Argentina have to win this. This is absolutely vital for Argentina. The Creeper and Trek go down. Argentina find form. Story and Velper K holding Sarganza, and now Velper down. It's Lexi versus Story. Story down. Lexi the only one left, but Argentina may have done enough.
And they've gotten themselves a point against Seed 1 United States in the Catch World Cup Grand Finals. This is huge for Argentina. This is exactly what they needed at this moment. And talking about momentum, I mean, how big is this for Argentina right now? Oh my god.
Absolutely massive.
Absolutely huge.
It's practically a repeat of winners' finals between these two teams with the point differentials, but finally Argentina are the beneficiaries.
Yeah,
2-1.
a nice cool 15,000 score advantage. Barely stealing that away, but I mean, they had it for a bit at the end. Wasn't quite a steal, honestly, but yeah, well played by Argentina there. Much needed point, like you said. United States taking a little more time, but not too much to go to double time 3. Definitely going to see the Creeper in for this one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, this pick makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously Argentina going for the ban on DT1, the higher AR DT being 9.4, but this one's 9.1, but it's actually not just high AR, this one. This one's very, very snappy. You need to basically spam your dash button and break your fingers, basically, to play this map properly. This is honestly, probably one of them.
Gentlemen, we have a substitution for Argentina. Nullcat checking in to this grand final.
Uh-oh, here we go.
As well as Colin for the United States.
Wait, Velper K is getting a break in the grand finals? I mean, that's huge. That's massive for Velper K here, and Nullcat I mean, after this, they'll be able to say that they played in the Osu Cats World Cup Grand Finals. This is a turn of events here, and I'm here for it.
You know, there could be a little bit of strategy here by Argentina. Maybe Velperque just not feeling as confident, and Nullcat has decent enough scores where they just not matter. They both average around the same scores, so might as well give Velperque a little rest here. And that's always good to see. You love being able to see that out of Argentina, because that's the one thing we worried about was the core three having to play every single map and get fatigued. So seeing a substitution, that's a great thing to see for Argentina.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that gives them a lot more hope to make it through this whole match.
Maybe a couple of early drops from Nullcat, however. Gonna give the lead early on to the United States.
Yeah, Nullcat and Story going with Hidden. Not really a surprise with Story. But, of course, some players should prefer throwing on Hidden because it helps with reading.
Yeah, has recovered now. Well, as I say that, Nullcat finding another miss. Did have a bit of a recovery there.
Yeah, traded by Colin, but Nullcat has found significantly more misses, and that's resulting in essentially a 70k gap for the Americans. Sekrai did go down, traded by Sarganza, so it's only DeCreeper and Story. Story going down, only DeCreeper with the FC. And now things are looking bleak for Argentina here. 100k.
Actually, pretty much the whole lobby finding misses except DeCreeper here.
DeCreeper DT.
I mean, yeah, this is what you expect from DeCreeper on the side of the US. This is what he does and what he does best. Still holding the full combo. Halfway through the map now. I mean, the gap in score from him and the rest is actually relatively significant. Sarganza not too far behind. And miss from DeCreeper.
Ooh, that's a team miss completed from the Americans, but Argentina will need far more help coming into the final third, but if they can maintain some combos, they will have a shot at this. Sarganza is there. Story is recovering. Nullcat struggling, but Cullen and Sekrai trade. Now a team miss completed for Argentina, and DeCreeper is above 200 combo.
Yeah, DeCreeper really going to be carrying for the United States here. Sekrai and Colin doing pretty good as well, but, I mean, just look at that score.
Yep, it was a solid effort here out of this Argentine roster, but DeCreeper DT just too strong. Will be the top scorer, will be the MVP. And it's 960,000 points for DeCreeper. 3-1.
Yeah, that's going to be the danger with double time for Argentina is you can just count on DeCreeper having an insane score. So the only way you're going to beat that is 3 consistently good scores and then hoping those other 2 from the US have a bit of trouble. So I don't think Argentina has someone that can take down DeCreeper directly.
Sarganza giving it a good shot though, 916k. Cannot be understated.
Yeah.
That's a very good score.
High score in the lobby.
And also a solid effort out of Story there as well. Colin not too far behind, but unfortunately, I think it was just a bit of third player syndrome there for Argentina. Velperque not being able to put down, maybe a good DT score. So they decided just to sub him out for another player just so they wouldn't have to lose some fatigue and, tire out the hands.
I still think it was probably a good choice if they were confident that map was just going to be a loss. Subbing out one of your top players to get a break, it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because what's more important here are your own picks.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think they probably had an idea that they wouldn't contend too much against the US on DT3, so yeah, just a strategic break, I presume. I can only presume.
Yeah, Velperque back in now from Xmod 3. No surprise there.
And it seems Argentina will pick Quack.
Actually, for me, this is one of the maps in the pool that Argentina has a very big chance on. I think Sarganza is able to hard rock this probably really well. Hopefully I'm not jinxing him here. And Velperque on Nomad should be able to shine on a map like this. Like, this map is not... It's definitely more sort of hard rock and hidden, challenging. Whereas on Nomad, it's one of the simpler maps in the pool. And as the third player of Argentina, I believe in Velperque on this, and I think Argentina have a big chance here against the US. A huge chance. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, I would say that mixed mod is probably Argentina's best bet here. They have a really good roster for mixed mod when you consider the fact they have Sargonza on Hard Rock, Story on Hidden, and Velperke no mod. I mean, that's been kind of the recipe that has carried them through a lot of the tournament. They're a great mixed mod team, so it doesn't surprise me. But Separate Lexi Creeper is probably one of the only other mixed mod lineups in the tournament that could beat theirs.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to let them take it for free. Argentina need to work for it. But like you said, I think mixed mod definitely going to be a solid mod for Argentina this match.
Yeah, they were able to steal the last mixed mod. Yazzie are official for this grand finals, sending them on their way for round number 5.
As the duck stares into all of our souls, welcoming us to the gauntlet of Mixed Mod 3.
Yeah, now the World Final, the World Cup Grand Final has truly begun.
Always got to have one of these kind of maps.
I'm a big fan of it personally.
You know, the duck just adds.
It does. It's charming in a way. But early trades here from the Creeper and Story. No misses from anyone else though, so it's going to be equal. But Velperke is going to find a miss there as I say that, and that's going to give the lead to the US early on, especially with that added miss from Sargonza on Hard Rock.
Yeah, we got Sargonza against Sekre on Hard Rock there, Lexi Story on Hidden, Velperke to Creeper no mod.
One more miss is going to come out, slightly favoring Argentina. Going to bring that score lead back. And they have it.
Miss. Yeah, Argentina has taken up the lead with those double misses from the US. Velperke is going to miss, but it's going to be traded by Sekre. And but Story's missed there, and from Sargonza, that's going to be huge for Argentina. And that's a team that's now completed for Argentina. US is going to be able to capitalize on that and increase their lead now.
It's the Creeper on the no mod, the pillar of consistency right now. Really popped off on that DT map, and now is finding form here.
Fired up, he's ready to go. A couple more misses coming out from the rest, though. I'm going to favor Argentina once again as they take the lead halfway through the map.
Yeah, the issue here for the Americans is that Sekre and Lexi are consistently finding misses and can't seem to really maintain 200 combo. Argentina have done a really nice job hanging in there as Lexi goes down right as Argentina reach 3 combos above 200.
Yeah, Story 100k above Alexi, which is huge.
Oh, that double miss from Argentina is going to change things right into this kind of these quick little dashes. We can catch you
back over to the United States here, but a miss from Sekre is going to flip it right back over to Argentina with a little bit of a stutter there on the client.
Yeah, I was like not too sure how many of those were actual misses, but there was at least one in there. We'll find another, and Argentina now, coming to the end of the map, have a 1 miss lead. And it doesn't look like the Americans are going to be able to do anything unless like a triple miss comes out.
Oh, that's a double miss, but it's traded by Lexi. I don't think that's going to be enough, but a couple misses from Velperke there at the end, and it's not enough. Argentina will be taking their own pick here on Mixed Mod 3, going to make it 3-2.
They're intentionally doing it so the gap is 15k every time. They have to be. Like that's like almost the exact same gap as the last one they won by.
Wait, yeah, it actually is.
Yeah, it's like 100 off, I think.
Yeah, that's almost the exact same number of margin.
It's super close, yeah.
But, I mean, even though Argentina did take that point, you look at the Creeper score at 2 miss on Mixed Mod 3 here with no mod. The Creeper definitely found his form in this match. Unfortunately, though, Argentina just a better team score, and Story against Lexi. Yeah, the story of that had a good ending for Story.
Yes. Yeah, that time it was a good ending for Argentina there. It was Sekre and Lexi struggling on that one, just a little bit more than anticipated, I would guess, for the Americans. But overall, really nice team performance out of Argentina. And Mixed Mod seems to be going their way, so we can probably anticipate Mixed Mod 2 being picked by them at some point later in this match.
But that's 2 points for Argentina here. And, I mean, it's already a better start to the match than in the finals pool against the US.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a much better start. They've got 2 points on the board. The United States aren't immediately at match point, so they actually have a chance here going forward. And that was just kind of the big deal we were talking about before this match, is like they need to win these close 50-50 toss-up maps. That's what killed Argentina last time. And this time it's going their way. But the Americans will stick with double time. It worked quite well last time for the United States.
The difference on this DT pick, though, however, is that obviously on the DT3, it was AR 9.1 and very challenging in terms of higher reading, whereas Velper-K clearly needed to take a rest on that. Perhaps a little bit of third player issue on that, but I feel like on this map, AR 8.2, Velper-K is able to challenge on this type of DT, and I think it could be closer than DT3. It could be a lot closer here.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Argentina have a better shot at this. Still going to be quite a battle to try and take down the US on double time, but this one I do have higher hopes than the previous. They could get a breakpoint here. That would be huge because there's only one breakpoint separating these two teams right now. Argentina can find one back. It's all tied up.
Yep, they are just down one breakpoint, so they are going to need to get one of the Americans' picks at some point if they want to at least see a tie break in this match. The rosters are going to remain the same. Decreeper, Sekre, Lexi against Sargonza, Velper-K, Story. Round number 6. An interesting thing to note here, Story electing not to take Hidden on this double time map.
I understand that. This map is very snappy, it's very precision heavy and reading intensive. Hidden, even if you're a Hidden main, I don't think Hidden's going to help you on this one, to be honest.
Yeah, much lower approach rate as well, so you don't need it as much to help out with reading. Maybe an early miss from Sekre.
A couple early misses likely to come out here as the players get used to the approach rate. Decreeper also finding one as well as Story. Going to trade one back. Slight advantage for Argentina.
Now Gonza's down.
And that completes the team miss as Velper-K finds a miss, but already at the start, Velper-K doing a lot better than the third player for DT3 of Argentina, and actually lead in favor of Argentina here. As that's a double miss, though, from Argentina, only traded by Sekre instead of US.
And Decreeper going down now was the only US player above 200 combos, so now Argentina going to be locking in that score gap a little bit. But the team miss comes out, and it's Lexi and Sekre now with combos. Third of the way in.
Another double miss from Argentina is not going to make it any easier for them, and only a trade from Lexi here.
Any player that can get a combo really of like 400 or greater is going to be absolutely massive here.
Yeah, right now, Decreeper, Lexi, and Velper-K keep swapping who's leading the lobby. It's Decreeper again for now. See a lot more misses coming out from Lexi and Velper.
Decreeper and Sargonza matching each other at 300 combo right now. That's absolutely vital. But Sargonza will go down. Decreeper immediately after. The United States now 85,000 points in front with the third of the map remaining. Argentina are going to need some help, but we've seen these score leads vanish before.
All Argentina needs really is perhaps maybe two players holding a solid combo, because we've been seeing misses go back and forth here, and you know.
And here it comes. Right as we talk about it, here it comes. No Sargonza. Oh, Sargonza goes down now. Argentina with no combo.
You could say right as we pick it up again, they miss.
Yeah, right.
They had it for a couple seconds there. They had it.
They're listening to our live feed. They have to
Absolutely.
But now it's Lexi with 200 combo into the ending sections, and unfortunately for Argentina, nothing they can do now. And Lexi, excuse me.
Sargonza actually comboing through his part 2, but Lexi getting it all.
Lexi just casually leading the lobby now, above Decreeper on double time.
What was that?
What is Lexi doing? He's a madman.
I think that was called taking it to the hoop. What that was. That was down the lane.
Dunking on the hoop.
Slam
honestly.
jam, breaking the backboard. Lexi says, I want the MVP slot. Give it to me. We'll outdo Sargonza. As well as Decreeper, who put up brilliant scores. But now it's 4-2. Argentina up to pick next. They're going to go with Hard Rock 1, so they've still got some picks left that they're willing to try out here.
Because it only occurs when you love something more.
Yeah, once again, I mentioned this for the US earlier, but Argentina immediately having a pick in mind, I like the look of that. Give some confidence off.
Yeah, and honestly, the picks that Argentina have been going for just make a lot of sense too. Like, you know, the mixed mods, they pick them without hesitation and then do just good enough to get the points on them when they need them. And Hard Rock 1 is one of those maps that I really like from Argentina too. I know for a fact that the whole Argentinian roster can get an insane score and is perhaps even capable of seeing this map. Although I doubt we'll be seeing that in a match, but I mean, this is one of those maps that Argentina needs to pick against the US and hope that they can just slightly get the better end of the tail.
And you know, I actually also like this pick out of Argentina, considering that Secre, all things considered, has not played bad, but hasn't had too many big pop-off performances. The past few maps has kind of struggled, he and Lexi. So maybe now picking that Hard Rock 1, maybe now going, hey, they're not playing so well, then let's try Hard Rock now. But of course, Secre, we know, one of the best HR players out there. You have to be careful when you're picking into him, even if you have a player like Sargonza.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I think that is a good strategy, since Secre underperforming a little bit, and he's kind of that Hard Rock champion for the US. He's underperforming, go for Hard Rock. You can take it on.
And I think what really seals it is that it was Secre and Lexi as well. Because, you know, also you got to talk about Lexi, too, when you talk about Hard Rock. Lexi, not only just one of the best hidden players in the world, can hold his own on Hard Rock as well. So the fact that it's those two specifically struggling might be what's leading Argentina to pick Hard Rock 1 here.
But on the topic of Hard Rock in the United States, obviously the Creeper was playing Hard Rock for mixed mod for the US. So I think the Creeper's been playing really well past couple of maps.
I think we're going to get Bort here. I think Gonza not on the right team color, but we'll get that.
And Velper K is still playing double time somehow, so we're going to get a little panic button clickaroo so we can get the players back in the proper dimension.
I don't blame Velper, he's a huge fan of the map. I am too. Really solid. Solid DT4.
So, you know, I want to play DT4.
Yeah.
You guys can play Hard Rock 1. I'm going to play DT4.
Don't mind me, okay? Don't ask me why I'm playing way faster, why everything's going faster.
Just trying to vibe in grand finals. Maybe it was the background image, you know, the beach. With the
It
water.
is cozy. It is nice.
No, it just wants Velper just wants a pina colada and a beach and an umbrella.
Taking a second break of the match, you could say.
Does not want to play 4 minutes of Hard Rock.
You don't know about real loss. Because it only
Yeah, definitely very different vibes from this song, but Argentina's pick. Excited to see what they can do here.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's Argentina's pick. Story taking hidden, no surprise.
Early miss up Lexi.
Not the player you'd expect to find the earliest miss in the lobby, I have to say, but it's going to give a slight advantage to Argentina here at the start. And honestly, I was going to say, perhaps it could matter, but that miss from Story is going to make things even real fast.
And we'll trade it back.
I feel like on this map, misses will matter. This is a map that I think most players in this lobby are capable of doing really well on, and a couple of misses, like quite a few misses actually from Velper K and Story there, to increase the lead for the US.
Yeah, I already kind of
missing the hyper there.
I already kind of don't like this for Argentina. 2 misses early on. You cannot afford to let the Americans have 100,000 points of advantage early on in Hard Rock. But the Creeper's going to trade one of those misses back, so that will keep Argentina in it for now. A quarter of the map is gone.
Gon's going to equalize that though. Fortunately with the miss there. But we see 2 combos overdrawn on each side. Make that 1 as Velper K and Secre trade.
Ooh, Velper K finding a second miss as well.
And that's only going to help the US increase their lead, as especially with that miss from Story and a Velper K. And ooh, this pick from Argentina is not looking great. Approaching 100k score difference here, and on a map like this where you want to be holding lots of combo, it's not a great look.
Lexi really popping off right now. Will go down, as I mentioned it. Secre also as well, but the misses are coming out across the board from everybody except for DeCreeper. The only player to hold has 600.
Yeah, things starting to look a bit rough for Argentina. It is a really long map. We still have 2 minutes left, but that is a huge score lead, especially for such a long map.
Yeah, Lexi gonna get caught up there in that little tricky section. Little burst. But like you said, Snow Leopard, 100,000 points on a map this long is absolutely huge. In Argentina, that's why I was alluding earlier, you don't want to give them more than 50,000 points. If you can help it. As DeCreeper now finds a couple misses.
One of them was traded by Velper K, so not going to be too big of a blow for Argentina here. And approaching the break, getting into the final third. 103,000 points on Hard Rock 1 in a map. As long as this, it's going to be really hard for Argentina to get themselves up from this. They're going to need some sort of meltdown from the side of the United States.
Yeah, there's some hope there, but it's going to be a bit of a long shot.
And that break being quite long as well with the slow part after. Only a quarter of the map left here, and with the 100,000 points between them, it's really hard to imagine a reality where Argentina comes back from this, unfortunately.
Gonza gonna drop.
And that's not gonna soften the blow at all here.
And into that final 30 seconds, and I think at this point it's getting safe to say that Argentina doesn't have much of a chance to come back.
So even with that miss there from the Creeper, it's gonna be traded immediately anyway by Gonza. And a solid 100k difference throughout the last sort of 2 minutes of the map. And USA, I'm gonna say confidently, take this break point from the Argentina here.
Yeah, Sekre doing a phenomenal job recovering from that miss to come back and take the MVP slot in the lobby with 960k. I mean, it was a risky pick with Hard Rock for Argentina going into Sekre, Lexi, into Creeper, but the Americans unfortunately had an absolute field day on it, despite a brilliant team score out of Argentina.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for Argentina that Sekre started to clutch back up again, gonna get that MVP on the map. But even if he performed pretty poorly, I mean, that's a big score difference. He would have had to drop at least 100k or more.
You don't know about real, because I don't know when you love something more than you love yourself.
So, not quite going Argentina's way.
Yeah, and this is sort of that was sort of a crucial point, I believe, for the US, especially, you know, considering it's their pick now, and if they win this, then they've secured themselves a match point status in the match, and you know, that means that they've guaranteed a tiebreaker at the very least, which I don't think is necessarily what Argentina wants.
Yeah, especially considering the fact that Argentina are coming up from the losers bracket, means that they would not only have to win this match, but win one more time to win the World Cup. And the Americans will go with Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, it's starting to look like a sort of a Sisyphus story for Argentina here. However, speaking of story, if anyone's going to make that story happen, it's going to be Story. Sorry. Hard Rock 2.
We need a player to rename themselves Banner so we can make banner puns.
There we go. There we go. All right, Hard Rock 2 is the pick, and I mean, what do you do here if you're Argentina? Thankfully, this is not the same beast that Hard Rock 1 was. Significantly shorter, and you know, that might be the only saving grace here, is the fact that on a shorter map, misses matter a lot more, and we are going to be seeing Colin coming back in.
Yeah. Although, well, so it's a shorter map, but it is also CS7, which is, oof.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's
very precise gameplay.
Absolutely. This is grand finals after all. You know, when testing skill sets, you want to find the peak of what you can really test, and it doesn't get much higher than CS7 on a Hard Rock map.
Sekre, Colin, and Lexi for the United States against Sir Gonza, Velper K, and Story of Argentina.
Now, Story playing hidden, I would say that's to be expected, but on CS7, that seems a bit risky. Gonna find an early miss. We'll be traded by Lexi, though.
Yeah, even if you're one of the best hidden players in the world, that's pretty risky.
There's a really small fruit to catch. You don't want to make it any harder to see them than they already are.
Another miss here from Sergonza, going to be handing the lead back to the United States. Only Sekre still maintaining that FC. Everybody else has missed at least once. Combo's now recovering, and it's a slight combo advantage for the United States, but a double miss from Sergonza in Story. That's really going to hurt Argentina.
Yeah, a couple more misses here from the side of Argentina, and only traded by Sekre. Now Colin as well, but Lexi holding a really solid combo for the US. Going to be keeping them in the lead, although advantage Argentina right now. With those misses from Sekre and Colin.
Yeah.
That miss from Story, though, it's going to bring it back to the US.
That combo for Lexi actually is huge. It's the only thing that was kind of holding Argentina at bay, as Lexi will now go down. The team is completed. And Argentina has one combo in Sergonza, so there's still a little hope. Halfway through, 80k. They're going to need some help, but they're not too far out of it.
Yeah,
I actually noticed... Yeah, sorry?
That Lexi huge combo, they were at like 130k score advantage. Lexi drops, it went all the way down to 70k. So
I was just gonna mention that, yeah. So that actually makes me feel a bit of hope for Argentina here. As long as they're able to hold and the US finds a couple of misses, I mean, it's not over.
But it's
not over until it's over.
It's Story really struggling, finding a miss right before that break. The lowest score, the hidden might not have been the call.
Yeah, on a CS7 map, you really have to question it, but
now, hold up. Argentina with Sergonza and Velperke. It's only Sekre. Colin now getting up to 200 combo. Velperke going down.
If we see a team miss here... Oh, a double miss from Sekre and Colin. The big combos from the side of the US, and that's going to be huge for Argentina at the end, but is it too late?
Story has gone down. Yeah, and that has been the story of this rivalry between Argentina and the United States. It's just too little too late for Argentina to come back.
See, why is it... When you made a story joke, that just went so smoothly. When I made it, everyone went silent. Anyway, keep going.
he's the one and only Dolan, the master.
I don't write the rules, man.
But sorry.
That is going to put the United States at championship point here, since they are the winners of the winners bracket in this grand final. If they take one more point, they will win the tournament. Argentina will need 5 consecutive points in a row to force a bracket reset.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the shoulders for Argentina, but also United States. They are hungry for that win. They have been trying to get that first place for so many years, always to be shut down by South Korea and or China. But this year looks like it might be their year. They're going to go all out for this point.
Argentina, their Hail Mary attempt will be Hidden 3. The AFB map, Rusty and AFB's dichotomy.
Is this the beginning of a fairy tale story for Argentina here? Or will the US take it home, ending it with a break point?
We'll have to find out. But I like the pick. I think it's unfortunate that it took this long for Hidden to kind of be picked. But, I mean, at this point, you have to go for broke if you're Argentina.
Yeah.
I'd like to say go for the mix mod, but, you know, Hidden's just remained untested. And you just can't afford to leave a mod untested.
Yeah, I was going to mention the mix mod too. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for it, though it is AR8, so that might be a concern for their no mod and their Hidden player. Could be why that's going to be left on the board. It's Hidden 3.
This Hidden
9.5.
roster, we're getting Decreeper Hidden, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, let's go.
In the grand finals.
Let's go.
You know, surprisingly, I'm not that surprised actually on a map like this. I think the Creeper's skill, like just technical skill overall, will prove to be crucial on a map like this. And I mean, his Hidden isn't actually bad at all. I imagine he's going to play this map like he's playing it no mod.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the AR is right in Decreeper's wheelhouse. Like, if you're going to put Decreeper in on a hidden map, an AR 9.5, that's something he'll be able to sink his teeth into.
Absolutely.
But it's the length that's going to be the
10.5 hidden.
Yeah, AR 10.5 hidden.
That'll be
going to be Trent and Lexi. We get to see Trent again in the grand final, joining Lexi. This is a pretty formidable hidden roster, but thankfully for Argentina, they have one of the best hidden players in the world to counter one of the Americans' best hidden players in the world.
Okay, so Gonza having a bit of internet issues. Is back though. Hopefully can stay in.
Ooh. Interesting. Argentina debated on calling a timeout there right before, but elected to wave that off, and we will be getting underway for round number 9.
Yeah, I think they were going to use that to give Gonza some time to come back, but made it back just in time. They get to save that timeout. But to make use of that, they need this point.
Here we go, round number 9. The first match point for the United States. They send in DeCreeper, Trent, and Lexi to try to seal the deal on their first World Cup title. Sir Gonza, Velperke, and Story will try to stop them in their tracks.
A couple of early misses from DeCreeper, actually going to give an early lead to Argentina, but this map is long, and I suppose we're going to see a couple more misses from both teams at the very least, so not sure if it's going to matter too much, but that is an early lead.
That's a flawless start for Argentina. We still have 5 double S's in the lobby, only DeCreeper's miss. Really showing up on the scoreboard here. That's what you want to see if you're supporting Argentina.
Oh, Creeper. Yes, right at like 193, I want to say. A rough spot to miss. Can increase that score lead some more.
Yeah, missing on this part is very unfortunate as slowly building up to the more intense sections here.
Yep, gonna have to solidify the mental and put that miss behind him.
We're getting up into the creeper speed though, so already looking a bit more confident.
Trent and Velper, Sir Gonza as well. That's gonna even the score gap if all those combos recover back to 200.
The miss there from Trent's gonna help Argentina increase their lead a little bit, but just like on the mixed mods, now we see Story and Lexi battling it out on hidden. A double miss from Argentina, actually a double miss from US as well.
Story.
That is going to trade things out, and it's the 1v1 we all expected between 2 of the very best hidden players in the world. Lexi against Story. Velperke missing, getting caught out there quite. Oh, nasty miss traded by Trent, though. Lexi going down. Story holds.
Story keeping the SS here at this crucial moment of the map. And lead is increasing and increasing for Argentina. A couple more misses from Trent there, and the Creeper. Argentina's doing so well on this year. A miss from Sir Gonza, but traded twice by DeCreeper and Trent, and Story still holding the SS.
A third of the map to go. 100,000, the margin. It's narrowing. Combo advantage for the United States as Sir Gonza and Velper recover, but Argentina still have a healthy lead, and they're still going to need to see essentially about 4 or 5 misses for this to flip. So Argentina are still pretty comfortable. They've got to bring the final quarter of the map home.
Yeah, Story trying to drag Argentina across the finish line.
Telling everyone that's watching that the story does not end here.
Oh my goodness.
I'll see myself out after this, don't worry. However, right now, Argentina's doing it here at this slower part at the end. Still an 85,000 point lead.
Yeah, Velper actually above Trent, so.
Oh, Lexi.
Gonza and Creeper kind of even up. Lexi gonna find a miss.
And I think this is pretty much all she wrote here for this pick. Argentina, I mean, even if they team miss, there's nothing the United States can really do. They don't have combo. There's not enough time. Argentina are going to be able to hold off the Americans here on their own pick and put a third one on the board. Thanks to Story, who is going to come away potentially. I don't want to jinx it here, folks. But that is a grand finals double S from Story.
I mean, wow. I mean, what is that? You got to think about the situation here as well a little bit, right? US is up 6-2, right?
What a time.
You would expect that the mental state of the Argentinian players has deteriorated a little bit. But no. Story, at the most crucial moment so far in the match for Argentina, SS's hidden 3.
Yeah,
What?
That's a shot right to the gut for the Argentina's morale right there. That'll get them going again.
Dare I say that's going to be play of the match, I think. But still plenty of time for crazy things to happen. But I think that might be play of the match.
I mean, like Ash said, when you consider the situation that those players were in going into that map, to come out with a SS, that's pretty nuts.
I mean, that's an amazing story to tell after the match, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness. And the
United States
Americans...
not deterred. Hidden too.
Okay, I like this. I like this from the United States. You know, go right back into Hidden. Of course, this being a much different slice of Hidden, this being a low approach rate, 7.5, mapped by FD Fluoride.
Yeah, actually, I like that. I like this pick for that reason. They may have identified, hey, Argentina did well in mixed mod, but they're avoiding this last one. Might be because it's low AR. Well, we got a low AR hidden we can pick. Let's go for that.
Yeah, and electing to go for the low AR hidden, not the mixed mod, so that they don't have the flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Could be really nice scouted pick here. The first pick the Americans have to put the match away on their own terms. It will be Russell checking in.
A little bit of a concern for the Argentinian roster on this one. Do they have a 3-player roster that can perform up to the U.S.'s standard on this? That's I'm not too sure. It's a really solid pick.
And now, the United States captain trying to call back Zach, former longtime World Cup member for the United States, played 10 years. The Hidden 2 juggernaut would be quite nice right now. And maybe it's their way of paying homage to their former teammate by trying to win the World Cup on a Hidden 2 pick.
Was it 10 consecutive years that Zach played for the U.S.?
Yes.
Yeah.
Insane.
Did he get 11?
So.
I think he might have gotten 11, but I know he at least got his 10.
All I
What a
know is he's
career.
been doing World Cups longer than I've been playing this game. So.
I imagine that's the case for a lot of players in this game.
Probably most players, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the Americans, it's going to be Lexi, Russell, and Secre. Against the core roster for Argentina that has seen them all the way to this grand final. Story, Velperke, and Serganza. Well,
Yeah.
round number 10.
Can be a bit of a shorter one this time, though. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We'll make things a bit dicier.
And it's really going to be all in this first 30 to 45 seconds. That's going to really set the tone. You've got to have a good launch on these Hidden 2 maps. Early miss from Velperke. And finding continuous misses.
Yeah.
Rated by
A
Secre.
bit of a rough launch.
This was the concern for me here for Argentina. Do they have a 3-player roster that can match the U.S. on this? Although Rossel has found a miss as well, but misses from Velperke and Serganza just a bit more than Rossel and Secre. As
Yeah,
obviously, Lexi and Story
Actually
doing
holding
their
the
thing.
double S. Yeah, they're just chilling up there. No misses.
Oh, what was that?
As I say that, Lexi gonna find a miss. Only Story with that full combo. Not
Yeah,
gonna be
now
enough, though. Belper really struggling.
Argentina now with combo advantage. Story going to slow that down with a miss of his own, but Serganza, the only one with 200, going to be pulling things back towards Argentina as the chain misses come out from the United States as well as Velperke, and it is only Serganza with combo. Story recovering up to 3 digits now, and here comes Argentina.
Ooh, that miss from Story is going to hurt though, but a miss from Rossel and a couple more misses from the U.S. is actually slowly putting it in favor of Argentina here.
It doesn't matter. Nobody can find combo on the American side, and Serganza is just refusing to miss. Will finally go down, but has pulled it back level on his own. And given Argentina a shot to stay in this grand final.
Velper and Russell trading misses on this part here. And Sekre finding a miss as well, so even if Velper keeps missing, it's gonna go back to Argentina.
And
oh
now,
my god, 2,000 points, 1,000 points!
It's dead level. It's dead level. It's a full reset trade from Sekre Velperke. Serganza leveled the score gap by himself, and now who's going to be the hero? Lexi goes down. Story Serganza, 200 combo. They're doing damage. The Americans letting it slip away here. Lexi and Russell, double miss. Sekre's bleeding.
And Story now also finding the miss. That's a team miss now for Argentina as well, but Sekre and Velper trading a little advantage from the US, but a miss from Lexi.
Wait. It's coming back a little bit. They're going to solidify a score gap about 25k, but if Argentina can hold on through this final sections, they'll have another point. 30k. Lexi goes down. Russell there combo. Misses are coming out. Russell goes down, and Argentina are going to take a break point back from the United States on Hidden 2. 28k the margin.
What is going on here? Argentina staying in the game. I mean, Velper must be like bowing down to his teammates right now. That is an insane performance from Story and Serganza, 2v3ing basically the United States on Hidden 2. That is insane. How are they still in this? That is... I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I mean, they just clutched up. They clutched up when needed.
Yeah, Story started struggling, Gonza clutched up, and then at the end you could see from that graph, Gonza, I was going to mention it, but there's too much going on. Gonza started struggling a lot, just lost his rhythm, but just in that moment, Story picks it back up. Huge team performance there from Argentina.
And now into the final round of picks for this match. One pick apiece left for each team. Argentina, a situation in which they probably did not expect to see. Many people didn't expect them to make it this far into the match, but they find themselves down 6-4, still in this grand final, with a chance to send it to the distance here. What can they count on to convert against the United States? Hidden has looked good. There's Hidden 1, there's Mixed Mod 2, and No Mod 1, as well as Hard Rock 3, and Double Time 2. 5 maps remaining in the pool. 1 in each mod bracket. It's No Mod 1.
We're going for
Interesting.
The coin flip.
I was wondering if they're going to go Hidden 1 or if they're going to go, hey, low AR Hidden, we at least got 1 on it. We got 2 people that can do the low AR. Mixed Mod 2 might be a possibility now, but it's going to be the No Mod 1.
I kind of like this from Argentina. That's kind of really a gangster level pick. They're going to just leave it all up to fate on the coin flip map.
Here's the thing though, if Argentina wins this, imagine what that will do for the Argentinian momentum. Imagine what that will do to the US as well.
And both teams still have their timeout left. No timeouts have been called. Argentina was thinking about calling it before the last map, waved it off. And wait, Velper looks like they do want. Yep, timeout is being called now from Argentina. You knew this was going to be a factor at some point. You got to calm the nerves. And, maybe they could be trying to ice the Americans.
Yeah, let that last loss sink in.
You know what's really funny, though? The past 2 maps where the US was on match point, Argentina didn't call timeout for that. I think they were secretly confident that they could have, taken those points, and that they did. Just a little speculation.
It could be. Also could be, that they wanted to save in case of a technical difficulty. I think Serganza is having some connectivity issues, but, it can be used for a variety of different reasons. And now Argentina trying to play a mental game now with the timeout. So 2 minutes extra going on the clock.
Yeah, and actually this is Argentina's last pick. No matter what. If they win this point, it'll be the US, and if they win that, it's tiebreaker. If there's any losses, the United States walks away with it, so makes sense. Timeout coming out.
And if you look at, the potential tiebreaker, you can't help but look at the result of this map. Tiebreaker and No Mod 1, probably the closest in terms of skill set in the whole pool. I feel like if Argentina is able to win on No Mod 1, they have a massive fighting chance on the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and that would in turn put a lot of pressure on the United States in the event that they do win this No Mod 1 pick, because then the Americans will have the last pick of the match with a chance to seal the deal, yeah, to avoid tiebreak, and then they'll know that that's sitting in the back of their minds that, they beat us on No Mod 1.
We really need this next pick, yeah.
Yeah. The USA definitely wants to win this, that's for sure.
And I mentioned earlier Argentina, all the pressure, but they're flipping it around, especially if they take this pick. I would say it's about even pressure on both.
You know, they're playing like proper challengers. They're playing like a proper challenger that has nothing to lose, and they essentially don't have anything to lose. They come into this match as the lowest seeded team to ever qualify for a grand final in any mode. You might as well just play like you have nothing to lose. This is already their best World Cup result in history. That last time they made third place was, I believe, a joint team with Colombia. So this time they don't have to share any glory. They get it all to themselves, and it's a guaranteed silver.
And I mean, I feel like it just has to be stated how strong the mental strength here has been for Argentina. I mean, you look at that hidden three, right, where the US was up 6-2 on match point, and then Story pulled out the double S in that situation. I mean, yeah, they really are playing like they have nothing to lose, and it shows that, you know, they're here for a reason. They're seed 7, but they're in the grand finals for a reason.
And this has been a team of momentum. And that's why you pointed it out correctly, Ash, that double S from Story. If Argentina is able to force this bracket reset and do something special, we're going to look back at Game 1 Story's double S as the turning point.
Absolutely.
But again, all of that means nothing if they can't convert this pick right here and take a break point and send it the distance.
All right. Looks like the timeout slowly coming to an end here, and we're going to be getting into No Mod 1. This is one of the more intense maps of this match. I mean, we've seen a lot of intense maps in this match, actually. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but it really feels like this could go either way. This is the coin flip map, and when it can go either way in a situation like this, 6-4, you can't help but feel a little nervous for both teams here. I mean, this is it, really.
Round number 11. De Creeper, Lexi, Secre for the United States. Story, Serganza, Velper K for Argentina on Argentina's No Mod 1 pick. 3.5 minutes could potentially stand between us and new world champions, or will the United States be forced to their final pick of this Game 1? I think the real question that is on all of our minds is, does the glass slippers still fit for Argentina?
So far, yes. Creeper could be that first miss.
And Secre following it up. Things looking good for Argentina out of the gate here as the Americans struggling slightly. Serganza will trade one of those misses back. It is a post 200 miss. Velper K trading it back as well. That will favor the United States. Only Lexi against Story.
How many times have we said that this match?
Secre to Creeper traded by Serganza Velper. Lexi going down, traded by Story. And now the Americans with a slight advantage. And I mean, like you said, guys, this one's a toss-up already. The way you can tell, the way they're trading, it's anyone's game as we get some Bancho moment right here. Come on, Bancho, it's grand finals.
Got a lot of map ahead of them.
Somebody smack the side of this TV.
Hey! Alright, here we go.
Oh no, Serganza, no!
Wait a second, what is
this?
No,
it can't end like that! It can't end like that!
Surely he didn't disconnect.
We're gonna wait for confirmation, but is that a disconnect? And if so, was that in the abortable range? It was right on the border. We're gonna have to wait for essentially VAR on this one, folks.
Oh, see,
they will have to check timestamps.
It was past time.
I can't help but be worried. I mean, they were talking earlier about taking a timeout because of Serganza's connectivity issues. Surely they're not manifest now.
I mean, he is. They're saying it looks like a potential DC, but he's still in the lobby.
Yeah, we're getting updates from the referee. Gonza is still in the lobby.
Oh, but that would be such a disheartening way for this World Cup to end. Players still carry on, though. They don't know what's happening. And it's Story. Look at Story. Oh, thank goodness.
Gonza, he's
Thank
back.
goodness. You
He's
can
back.
Bancho, you've got to be kidding me, bro. Come on, Bancho. There's no way.
Don't play with our hearts like this ever again.
Bancho with the play of the World Cup just stole it from Story. He said, you like that double S? Watch these elite level mind games.
Look at
He's
this
back and he's comboing too.
He's actually comboing. So Argentina could still be doing pretty good here. We have no idea. In the grand finals, this is professional esports, ladies and gentlemen.
He's almost caught up. He needs about another 30 seconds.
He's a quarter of the map behind still.
Look at the spotlight on Sorganza. I mean, I imagine him looking back on this VOD being like, what?
This most important match of these players' life. Yeah. Our official is absolutely telling them in the chat, please do not leave the lobby. Please remain where you are. Oh my goodness. And he's okay, he's catching up. We're about to get synced up here. We're finally gonna understand. Oh no.
Oh wait, what's going on?
Okay, and oh dear, it's not looking good for Argentina. Looks like Mrs. did come out, and it's 130k in favor of the United States. And the Americans seem to have just been popping off. Lexi and DeCreeper and Sekre. And it could be their moment. This could be it. In 2016, they qualified for finals week for the first time. In 2018, they've made it to the top 3 for the first time. And now in 2024, they will stamp their name in history to become just the 4th different nation to win this tournament and the first new champions for the first time in 10 long years. To the end, they will come to the map and see that the journey has been completed and the United States are your 2024 Catch World Cup champions!
My God, talk about goosebumps. Wow, there you have it, folks.
Yeah.
The United States, finally, and deservedly so after this Catch World Cup, you have to say, getting their first ever Osu Catch World Cup victory. And I mean, you have to think that Dolan had that written down. That was an amazing speech. I got goosebumps listening to that. And I know because you're American, that was straight from the heart. Truly an amazing moment to witness if you're a fan of the USA here. And I mean, they've done it. After many years of challenging, the United States has done it.
And Argentina really gave us something to cheer about, made this match a lot more competitive than some may have anticipated that this match was going to be. A 7-4 result as the 7th seed is nothing to be ashamed of, and they'll walk away with a silver medal, but there are your champions. The United States, Sekre, Trent, Rossold, Colin, DeCreeper, and Lexi taking it home for the United States. And can you believe we only have 4 different winners of this tournament now?
That's crazy, yeah. Sekre and Lexi, they've wanted this for so long. They've been talking about just one more year. This is the last year. We're going to get the gold and then retire. They finally did it.
And I believe we will be getting a tiebreaker showcase. But Argentina taking home a silver medal, I don't think that's something anybody had on their CWC bingo card at the start. So you really have to give massive props to Story, Sorganza, and Velper K for the work that they put in, and the rest of that Argentine roster. Really giving us something to cheer about, taking 4 points in this grand finals pool against this stacked American roster. That's a GG. Well played from them.
I mean, I feel like both teams in this match have essentially made history. United States taking their first ever Osu Catch World Cup win, but Argentina, I mean, I'm going to say it again, what a story they've had this tournament. You look at some of the victories they had, I mean, against C2 Poland, C3 Finland, getting all the way here to the top 2 in the grand finals, and honestly, providing us an insane match. I mean, what more can you really ask for? There were some intense moments throughout this match. I mean, that hidden 3 comeback, start of the comeback from SS Story, and then the United States, you know, not giving up and ending it on the one. I mean, this has to be one of one of the matches of all time. I'll say it.
One of the matches of all time.
Yeah, even in the end, when they lost by a decent margin, still Serganza gave us the content. Gave us the breath held.
And, you know, I feel like going into this match, some of the viewers may have seen the seeds and thought, oh, well, this could be a bit one-sided, but it was absolutely not. I mean, I haven't been this entertained watching a match in a long time. And Argentina can, you know, leave this World Cup feeling like they've achieved something brilliant, because they have.
And now we will get to see the custom Grand Finals tiebreaker for this year's World Cup, showcased by our Grand Finals teams. Also needs to be said, congratulations going out to Poland for winning the bronze medal this year. They finished 3rd. And after this, we'll see, I'm sure, the graphic that will have the podium. We got to congratulate Poland as well as Canada, who finished 4th.
Yeah, Poland, that was their first podium finish ever as well. They got that 5th through 6th slot a couple times. Didn't even get 4th before, though. So, huge performance from Poland this year. Definitely congratulations to them as well in that 3rd place.
And all right, here we go for a tiebreaker showcase. We'll see what these players have left in the tank. Nullcat checking in for the tiebreaker showcase to say hello one last time.
I mean, Nullcat can now say that they did play in a Catch World Cup Grand Finals match. You know, on that DT3, they showed up. And
they can say they played a Grand Finals tiebreaker too now, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
On stream as well.
On stream, man.
With Relax? Am I seeing that right?
With Relax. What a legend. What a legend.
Perhaps telling us all to relax after that intense match. Trying to calm our
Story
nerves.
double S, nah. Nullcat Relax, yes.
Now this is the play of the tournament.
Oh man, this I feel like this is honestly just great. What a legendary move.
It's just a solid vibe. I mean, this World Cup, it was kind of turned on its head upside down from the start when we saw the absence of 2 major players in the Catch World Cup. No South Korea, no Italy. So we didn't know what we would have in store for us, but the storylines that we ended up getting in this World Cup were absolutely amazing.
Storylines. Story.
Thank you for explaining it.
Gotta get one more in. But yeah, no, Poland, surprising seed number 2. That has to be the highest they've ever seeded. Can't remember what they normally seed. But yeah, normally a lot lower.
But also, you know, we got a lot of people to thank as this tiebreaker unfolds. It takes a lot of people to pull off this tournament. Not just players, but not just commentators, but as referees, or organizers, or schedulers. And we want to thank you, the viewers, as well, for tuning in every single week, buying the banners. In some cases, some of you buying 30 plus of them.
I think that's the best change we've had to World Cups in a while.
Honestly,
Seeing some of those profile pages is just an entire long list of banners.
I feel like we have to give a shout out to a certain member, Saisa, for buying, I think it was more than 50 banners or something. Absolutely insane, and incredible support for the Oxford.
Yep, some people, Saisa, shelling out the big bucks for the banners. I mean, if you ask me, a player with their priorities in the right place.
Absolutely.
I think he has multiple US banners, right? What I want to know is, do you keep one US banner, or do you keep all of them?
That's a really good question, right? Yeah.
I hope you keep them all, because the profile will just look amazing.
Also, sorry, 124 banners. I said more than 50. I was off by quite a bit. I feel like that doesn't justify it at all. 124 banners. And I know for a fact that I think most of them, or the country that had the most banners was my own home country, Iceland. I'm very grateful for that.
Wow, that's actually pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you
Yeah,
again.
that was another exciting thing this year for the tournament. Iceland, first time qualifying.
And they played against their Nordic neighbors exclusively.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have to let them out of the Nordics.
I'm sure they appreciate that.
You know, we spent all that hard work qualifying, and then we just play our friends. It was
Yeah. Well, you get to play Finland and Sweden.
Kind of like when the U.S. has the Super Bowl and we call it the American Football World Cup. And it's like, how's it a World Cup? It's just your country.
It's like, yeah, well, nobody else plays it, so of course it's
the World Series in the MLB, just in America.
it's not like Japan plays baseball or anything, you know. It's the World Series, all right.
The Iceland World Cup experience, just Nordic.
But
meanwhile, Sekre trying to cook a little bit here on that last section. Most players have about 500k at this point, but it's actually Story who is cooking the hardest here of the players that, you know, don't have relax. I mean, I guess we could say Nullcat's technically cooking the hardest.
Yeah, I'm curious what his score would be. It's a nice 0 multiplier for that mod, but I'm at 82 accuracy, probably a bit behind the other players on the screen, but he's also playing his entirely own game on a different field.
Listen, greatness isn't always measured by the accuracy.
Got that star power, which Nullcat, he's got that star power.
Man, okay. Sekre the Creeper kind of gaming there, hitting that. But another World Cup come and gone. Up next, I believe we are going to be having Mania 4 Key, and I know we also have the Laser Grand Arena coming up as well. So be sure to check out the news posts for more information on that.
Yeah,
And,
if you haven't heard about that, that's really exciting. When I first saw it, I was really excited. We're finally going to get a laser tournament. Maybe the start of some new crazy stuff, so definitely check that one out if you missed it earlier.
And if you haven't followed, make sure to follow this Twitch channel so you don't miss any of the World Cup action or any of Laser Grand Arena. Check out our B-Stream channel as well. Make sure you're followed there.
yeah, a lot of exciting stuff going to be happening for Osu and Osu Live. I mean, yeah. The first official tournament that isn't a World Cup, I believe, for Osu?
Yes, I believe so.
Laser Grand Arena.
Oh, Story. Oh my. Oh
Madman.
my goodness!
Gotta take that lobby MVP, so that just goes to show, man. Argentina made it to the tiebreaker.
Story coming in with a...
It would have been a run for their money.
Yeah, they would have done a solid job here. Story with 976,000 points. That's ridiculous. And the American's going to end it on a when you see it moment. You love it.
Oh,
We
true.
appreciate it. Yep.
I guess
They
you
did
could
the
say
thing.
at the end of this tiebreaker, Story gave us a really good bedtime story with that. Okay, no, I think I'm done.
Oh my goodness.
I think I'm done.
Get this guy out of here.
I think we've officially stretched it. Roll the credits!
But what a World Cup it's been.
Yeah, thank you guys all for watching. We mentioned all these other tournaments coming up to check out. In the meantime, if you're looking for something to do, maybe try out Catch if you haven't tried it out before. Seen some crazy stuff that happens over here, so give it a try. But I think that's going to be about it for us.
It's going to be it indeed. Just eyeballing some of these scores here. Sirkanza with nearly 900k. Sekre right behind. All in all, a great World Cup. Another CWC in the books. And there is your podium. The United States taking home the gold. Argentina the silver. Poland the bronze.
It's been an absolute honor casting this grand finals match with you guys, Dolan and Snow Leopard. And I mean, it's been great. It's been a great match, a great stream. Thank you to everyone that was watching. Thank you to the players, and thank you to the streamers, the refs. Shout out to all the staff members. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yep, we definitely want to shout out all of the people that helped this World Cup, our referees, our commentators, our schedulers, our streamers, our organizers, and you, the viewers. I want to thank you for tuning in each and every single week. But that is going to be everything. Looks like we've covered all our bases. Ash, Snow, thank you so much for joining me for this grand finals. It was absolutely fun.
Been a pleasure.
What a thrill.
Well, that's going to do it this year. The United States take the gold, Argentina the silver, Poland the bronze. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
See ya.